So, for example, just talking about the goals of movement, I had a patient, a woman 50 years old, and she had frozen shoulder, which was made worse by manipulation under anesthetic. Mm-hmm. And I saw her after a year with her arm hanging by the side, couldn't move it, in terrible pain. And what happened is after the period of 4 to 8 weeks, she was pain-free. But she was at this level. She could lift her arm now to this level, fairly pain-free. When I started the rehabilitation, I asked her what would be the thing that she really, really likes and she would really want to be able to do again. And she says, I love cooking. I love being in the kitchen, reaching for things and tossing and turning and all that. And I said, okay. So I treated her and she got better, but she disappeared. At shoulder height, she disappeared. And she reappeared about 2 years later with plantar fasciitis. And I asked her, well, how did it go? You disappeared. How was it good? And she said, oh, it was a fantastic treatment. It was so successful. And I got excited and I said, yeah, show me. So she goes, she lifts her arm up and then she said, look, I can now lift, I can reach for the top shelf. Okay, for me, it's complete total loss, the worst osteopathy ever existed. For her, it was the successful treatment because that's what guides treatment ultimately. Yeah. And people will leave the treatment if they feel that they've reached their functionality, which she did. She could now reach the glass on the second shelf that she couldn't. Now compare that to a dancer, the same situation, had a year of frozen shoulder, the whole thing, couldn't move. 3 months later, he's got almost full range of movement, and when he lifts his arm, there's only about a difference of 2 inches between the position. And I said to him, look, you don't need any more treatments. You reach your functionality, you can go, and it will be polished off. And he said, no, absolutely no. As a dancer, I needed to be exactly the same. Yeah. And so we went for another month, and he had more movement in the affected side than the normal side.